Hello everyone, it's Eric4636 here, and today's commentary is going to be, and I quote, IGN's review on Paper Jam.
Such a fine use of verbal sarcastic air quotes there. Toon Timmy would be proud.
Now, I think that the review is completely obnoxious and also dull at the same time. The reason why I had to do this because this review has a lot of dislikes, so...
Yeah, sounds like the usual fanboy desperation to me. I'm ready and willing to bet that almost every one of those dislikes come from people whose mindsets boil down to please validate my opinion, person whose job description does not involve validating the opinion of some rando on the internet. And even if that wasn't the case, I'm fairly sure the comments would bring up at least several cases of that.
At the time that Paper Jam's released in North America, I had to do this commentary immediately, right now.
It was exactly my duty as a commentator to go after this video that had already received a ton of negative flack in the first place.
I'm the hero that this fandom deserves.
Sorry, I had a flashback for a moment there.
Mario & Luigi Paper Jam never rises to meet the comedic potential of its mirror universe premise. Despite the excellent RPG battle system, the brothers' journey to Bowser's Castle is stymied by dull characters, mundane conversations, and frustrating roadblocks.
Oh boy.
Wait, you honestly thought it would be a great idea to cut away just for that one filler remark? You genuinely thought it was worth stopping the video for less than 3 seconds just for that sensational, insightful piece of divine knowledge passed down from the hands of the gods themselves to enlighten the whole of humanity for generations to come? No, fuck it, no, bugger it, I can't take any more, fuck it, go with that, I'm done, I'm done with everything, I quit. Oh man. Yeah, I wonder if that IGN commentary gets any better. Yeah, what the hell.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
Wait, you honestly thought it'd be a great idea to play an entire segment with nothing but footage only to later skip that part? You genuinely thought it was worth continuing the video for a whole 8 seconds of nothing happening just to skip everything else afterwards in a manner that dictates the kind of superb pacing worthy of the highest echelons of Hollywood scriptwriters, the kind of fantastic structure that would make Chanwook Park break down and cry. Hold on, the audio from that skip card sounds awfully familiar.
Almost 8 seconds. This is how long mine is.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
A little over 4 seconds.
Well, who knows at this point? Super Funny Bros doesn't own the rights to Spaceballs, so it's not like he's the only one who's allowed to make that joke. I guess what would make you cross over into the territory of suspected plagiarism on the level of Four-Wheeler ripping off TOG Professor is if Eric copied Super Funny Bros' commentary title format. Wouldn't that be ridiculous? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Guys, can we please go one video without claiming to take inspiration from someone before winding up in the territory of at best copy-pasting their shtick? Yeah, I used to have a habit of doing that every now and then, but who better than a recovering alcoholic to tell you that binge drinking is a terrible idea? Besides, Super Funny Bros doesn't need people ripping him off. He weeps enough artistic tears for having sex jokes made out of having his Pokemon fanfics quote-mined by me.
After those, I welcome chances to engage in the deep battle system. In a single encounter, I could juggle cooperative bros attacks, powerful trio combos, and harrowing paper airplane escape sequences, as well as augmentations from my custom battle deck.
Eric, where are you? You can come out now. I won't raise my voice again. I promise.
Every power seems useful in multiple situations.
Oh, there you are! Where were you and your ripped-off skip screen? Also, yeah, let's not explain what it is about the footage that shows a lack of skill on IGN's part and just use it as an excuse to unironically parrot a cringeworthy set of memes as if we're still stuck in 2006. That'll show who has the better sense of perception in this scenario.
The Mushroom Kingdom's environments are colorful but uninspired, with cookie-cutter plains, forest, and mountain zones largely devoid of any particularly interesting landmarks. Equally bland is the story and dialogue.
Oh my god, who the hell cares?
Eric, you are aware I was joking when I brought up the prospect of being stuck in the past, right?
Exactly. Who the hell cares about you, IGN? Who the fuck cares about your stupid opinions?
Oh, I don't know, perhaps everyone who clicked on the video and spread their salt in the form of dislikes, angry comments, and videos like yours.
Besides that, we have different opinions all the time. It's an opinion. Opinion is an opinion. Get it right!
Dude, they have gotten it right. It's just that they're a larger platform that people endlessly seek validation from, then act surprised when they don't validate their opinions. That's where the hatred for IGN comes from. It doesn't come about because of any significant drop in quality. It comes about because people in and of themselves don't know what subjectivity is, and conform to confusing their indifference with contempt because it's just the natural order of things to despise them, even when it makes no sense to do so. And frankly, I have more of a reason to care about IGN's opinion than yours. In fact, since this is the first cutaway of a decent length in the video and we're already around the halfway point, I wouldn't be surprised if people watch your video and forget you were even here. So in reference to your opinion, I do believe the question shouldn't be who cares, and more why should people care?
And by the way, the first 4 Mario & Luigi games as well as the first 3 Paper Mario games has a pretty good dialogue and a good story.
Great! Too bad this review isn't about those games.
And despite this, well, Paper Jam is actually taking the sticker star route and lacks original characters, only exception of Starlo. The only good thing about Paper Jam, though, that Paper Bowser actually talks this time around.
Clarification, you fail at it. Paper Bowser has had dialogue before Paper Jam. Unless you mean actual voice acting, but A, you aren't all that clear about it because actually showing your evidence is apparently too much for people. And B, even bearing all that in mind, how does this prove Jared Petty wrong?
Yes, I did my research, and so you just completely didn't mention about that.
Oh, heaven forbid a review leaves something out for the sake of time. I mean, it's not like people can just look up that information afterwards if they genuinely wanted to know about it.
The occasional one-liner hits home, but for the most part, it's a simple slog toward Bowser's castle, interrupted with a near-endless series of uninteresting characters and increasingly annoying gates.
I hate to say this, but I have to.
No, you don't. Wait, I've done that gag already, never mind.
Mario & Luigi Paper Jam is taking the sticker star route and it lacks original characters, only exception of Starlo.
Wait, you plagiarized Indonesia when my cousin was finally able to sexually identify as an AC-130, how could you?
I did my research, thanks to Favo the Great 64 and Mario Wiki.
Please take my word for it, since I'm not going to mention which videos and pages I used for research, nor at the very least link them in the description. Instead, have this statement that falls into the trap of assuming that one reviewer who happens to work for a site automatically represents the entire website, regardless of whether or not he's the only one who works there. All hail the Metacritic hive mind!
And so, please IGN, do some research next time.
Maybe they would if the discrepancies you were seeing actually proved them wrong. Literally the only thing I'm getting from your vague, confusing rambling is something about the game reusing elements from the previous games and only having a minority of original characters. But even leaving aside the fact that I still have little to no clue as to what you're on about even after several replays, the fact that you don't explain what the sticker star route is honestly reflecting worse on you than it is on IGN, particularly if you're not going to take into account that part of your potential audience might not have been keeping up with the Mario RPGs thus far. Getting this information together should be your job as the presenter, not your audience's. And this is doubly true if you preach about doing research. So what, when you repeatedly refuse to explain a reference to a past game and claim to have done research while failing to show any of it, you expect people to be alright with that? Yet when Jared doesn't mention tangentially related details, then suddenly IGN is the spawn of Satan? Yeah, that'll show who's better at interpretation! Besides, if I may paraphrase TOG Professor, maybe if you yourself did some research that went beyond what you did, you'd understand that people have been doing videos akin to yours trying desperately to find excuses to complain about IGN for the past several years, and yet the status quo has not budged an inch in that regard.
Potential comedic subplots involving treacherous mirrored incarnations of Bowser or ruminations by the two Peaches simply fizzle. Without character development or consistent laughter, Paper Jam often feels dull and grindy.
Eric, I already think low of your comedic abilities thanks to that Family Guy clip. Don't provoke me.
The name Mario is usually synonymous with excellence, but Paper Jam simply never unfolds.
Well, Captain Obvious, I think Mario & Luigi Paper Jam completely unfolds, but Paper Mario Sticker Star never unfolds, and so thank you for explaining the unnecessary, obnoxious, explaining the obvious, Captain Obvious.
Yes, IGN, did you not get the memo that you people making puns is what makes us chimpanzees wake up in a cold sweat at night? Did you not get our numerous letters explicitly telling you that we think every single syllable that comes out of our speakers is 100% serious 100% of the time? Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to whine to Akriloth's Ask FM page about how he should commentate on Maddox, because he's 100% serious all of the time, right? Right? I also love the fact that you acknowledge how bad your joke is in spite of the fact that you still left it in your video, indicating that you're aware of how bad your video is, yet actively making no effort to rectify that. Ah, it's like Eminem circa 2004 all over again.
What is my thoughts about this review?
You're so mad that someone who is not you doesn't sing the praises of something you want to like. End of story. No, stop it, you're gonna break it!
Well, there's the only one that's good about this review was the combat system / battle system. It's the same thing as the first 4 Mario & Luigi games, except Paper Mario goodness on there, and as well as adding giant paper crab battles and battle cards and amiibo cards. And despite this, I haven't got the game yet, so I might plan to get the game one day, or I don't know. It's up to me now.
Are you for real?
I haven't got the game yet. 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 I haven't got the game yet.
And you honestly expect people to see you as the more credible source when it comes to this game? Does this mean that Eric is fraud?
Fraud detection warning. Fraud detection warning.
And let me tell you, what am I thinking about the story? I know the story seems unoriginal, but still, it's alright, in my opinion. The dialogue, I don't think the dialogue is dull.
I'm not even swapping the scenes round or anything. He legitimately goes off on this tangent about his opinion on the game, even after openly admitting that he hasn't bought the game yet. Honestly, he thinks that this is a good rebuttal to IGN.
As usual, I recommend to watch Game Explain's review of Mario & Luigi Paper Jam. I highly recommend it.
As if this video wasn't already cliche enough, we had to throw in the obligatory substanceless Game Explain dick riding. And for as much as I've harbored contempt for this ever since seeing countless people do exactly the same thing on IGN's Xenoblade Chronicles X review, I wouldn't have an inherent problem with this if Eric actually outlined the reasons for why Game Explain's review is better. And no, I'm not going to watch it to find out, because once again, finding such insight should not be considered the audience's job if you were even the slightest bit competent at presenting information. And, well, look at what I've been commentating on for the past several minutes.
And so, please IGN, please learn from your mistakes, and please don't make a god-awful review ever again.
Oh, you mean those mistakes involving side tangents to what the reviewer was saying? And by god-awful reviews, you mean reviews that don't match up to the hype in my personal eyes that make me want to whine and moan even before making my own actual insider opinion on the game itself? People as hype-blinded as you are the reason pre-order culture refuses to die.
As many people know, commentaries are not that simple to make.
Ugh! I didn't know the Blackbuster critic and the soccer betting guy mastered Patara fusion. There, people, that's the only Dragon Ball Z reference I'm ever going to make in my commentaries. Don't expect any more than that.
You need to know how to commentate, which requires making a good amount of points on why the video is bad, having a sense of comedic timing.
Yeah, go ahead and remember him saying that. It might become important later.
Go on that sometimes. There are multiple skills that you need to be a good commentator.
Whoa, did he just get possessed by Kermit just now? Still more intelligible than NC-17, mind.
But unfortunately, there are some people who don't seem to get that. We've already had Shadow Blaze X8.
You know, the guy who hasn't been relevant ever since his account disappeared over a year ago.
And Joshua.
You know, the guy whose worst transgressions happened
2 years ago.
and is actually genuinely trying to improve himself as a person if his Skype calls with Realm Wars are any indication.
I don't remember what the numbers were.
8428, there you go. Enter that code into your nearest ATM and a Technicolor anthropomorphic hedgehog will lecture you on loan payments.
For all eternity.
And we have a third person that I know of by the name of Lyric Shooter, who used to go by the name of Mr. Commentator. Yes, that was his actual username.
Actually, it wasn't. It was Mr. Commentary, not Mr. Commentator. I'm also certain it wasn't a slip of the tongue. You made the exact same mistake in your video description.
But anyway, this guy has many of the problems that other bad commentators had. No sense of comedic timing. He doesn't make any actual points. And on top of that, there's plenty of times where you can't even understand him. I don't know if it's because of a disability or not, but it really ruins the video. But aside from just being a bad commentator, he's also a Smosh fanboy.
Wait. We're going through this shit again? Didn't Dark Master Rises correct me on a point I made in my previous commentary that Lyric Shooter stopped the whole business with white knighting Smosh? The difference there, though, is that was at least in response to a brief joke that I made. That's at least better than an entire 8.5-minute commentary based around that fact.
This is pretty evident when he attacked the little kid for not liking Smosh because they censor the private parts. And he pretty much said, "Why do you hate Smosh?" He even said, "Geez, why so many Smosh haters?" And well, now I find out he actually made a video to all the Smosh haters.
And that video is how old exactly? 9 months? Are you serious about this? Well, okay then. I look forward to your next commentary on this new guy by the name of, Suteyup?
I know the video was made back in October 2012, but I really think it's worth bringing up, mainly because he still doesn't seem to get the point, so...
And the winner for worst excuse for resurrecting an outdated topic goes to MacBoy Redux! Sorry, rants are cool, better luck next year.
Let's get started. Wow. This title card, I have to admit, it doesn't look very good.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna run.
What the hell? Why is he randomly singing All Star?
Because he's enjoying the music, and the idea is that he's minding his own business until he notices the viewer as a segue into the start of the rant. It may not have worked all that well, but that's what he was trying to do.
Oh, hey YouTube.
Also, I want to point this out. You really should have gotten a better mic. I can barely hear you. Let's see if I can fix this.
I'm about to do a rant on Smosh. Haters.
Smosh haters. You don't look cool doing that. And this is what I mean about him being a Smosh fanboy.
So you're going to jump to the conclusion that he's a Smosh fanboy, which by the way is incredibly outdated, all because of the enthusiastic slur that he does there? Well, you don't exactly look cool doing that either. And also, this isn't exactly a short video, so I'll be skipping ahead a bit. Starsha-lots!
All the Smosh haters on YouTube, if you don't like Smosh, then don't watch their videos.
I hate the people like this. Look, when you put something on the internet, anyone's free to criticize it. It's not reserved for only positive comments.
Could you perhaps consider that Lyric Shooter also intended to include the kind of people who aren't giving constructive criticism about Smosh and instead just resort to saying that they suck? I know that these people might not be worth anyone's time and all that, but with these kind of people in mind, you aren't really proving Lyric Shooter wrong here.
Just do videos like they do, or
just
don't
do videos like they do. Are you serious?
The more you do rants about them, the more you hate. You get better than Smosh did videos, and he always gets hate, and he has butthurt. Without showing the rating, I'm guessing he only worries about the views as well.
The more you hate Smosh, the more you hate he gets. But what are you saying? I barely understood what's just said. I'm sure he just cares about the views as well. What are you saying? Somebody please tell me. Well, after listening to the clip a few times, pretty much he's saying that he's talking about better than Smosh vids, how he gets a ton of hate. Not really realizing that the guy is a troll. Pretty much he's saying, if you keep hating on Smosh, then you'll just get a bunch of hate.
So, not only did you repeat yourself, but you explained what he was saying after a long diatribe of how you couldn't understand what he was saying. Why would you do this? Was that just so you could attempt comedy with this particular Oscar-winning performance?
The more you hate Smosh, the more you hate E gets. But what are you saying? I barely understood what's just said. I'm sure he just cares about the views as well. What are you saying? Somebody please tell me.
Say, padding the video length out just for the sake of making an unfunny joke. What does that remind me of? As your claim of nothing happening, I know full well that you're simply exaggerating. Hell, you even admit it.
Well, okay, that's a slight exaggeration. That's a slight exaggeration. Slight exaggeration. Slight exaggeration.
Nothing!
Slight exaggeration.
Slight exaggeration.
So, the whole point of you exaggerating was to make a joke through that one media clip? And you have the nerve to say that Lyric Shooter has no sense of comedic timing? Pshaw!
What you need to do here, Smosh haters, I'm getting really sick and tired of you hate on Smosh, and you complain on how they make their videos. They already reached up to 5 million subscribers and 1,000 million video views.
None of us care about the numbers. Numbers do not automatically mean quality. If we think a video sucks, then we will point it out. Again, this is the internet.
And if the fans have a problem with certain individuals providing no legitimate points against Smosh, they will call them out. Even if some of them are trolls, this is the internet. Do you see how easy it is to turn your arguments around?
Also, Better Bits and Smosh is not a hypocrite. So you Smosh haters, go hate on somebody your own size.
Hate on someone our own size? Oh my god. Are you seriously comparing this to bullying?
Come on, no reference to the obvious dick joke that you could have gleaned from that line? Good lord, you're a mediocre commentator even by your own standards.
Most of these haters are giving criticism. There's a difference, you know.
And yet some of them aren't. Funny how that works, isn't it?
Or something, go get laid, or something, like the picture I am showing you. Yeah, go ahead and wake up to my videos. Nah, you're cute. Ha 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 ha.
What the hell was that?
I would insert the Babes in Toyland clip here, but I'm saving my one-time nostalgia critic clip for another time. Trust me, it'll be worth it.
You just made yourself look like an even bigger idiot than you already are.
Wait. I know something fun I can do.
What are you saying? I barely understood what's just said. I'm sure he just cares about the views as well. What are you saying? Somebody please tell me.
What the hell was that? You just made yourself look like an even bigger idiot than you already are.
His own words, people, not mine.
So now I am going to enjoy my music. Oh yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to Coder-XP550 Beast. He does videos of riding his motorcycle, riding wheelies.
And here I have to ask, how is this even related to Smosh haters? How does requesting people to subscribe to a guy who does wheelies on his motorcycle have any relevance to Smosh haters?
Well, I don't know, maybe he just wanted to insert a plug to his regular viewers for this other channel. He was about to conclude the video, after all. It'd make sense to insert it there.
And there's really nothing else to talk about in this video. The rest of it is just a montage of Coder-XP550 Beast. That's it. Actually, I can say one more thing. How about making the music not so loud compared to your own video? I actually had to turn the volume down because of how loud it was.
Wait a minute. You actually had to turn the volume down? You're making it sound like turning the volume down is a strenuous task or something. Come on, I'll never meet my target. Why has no one made this into an Olympic sport yet?
Lyric Shooter, look at all the criticism that you get and just listen to it, because you don't know what a commentary is.
Yes, he does. His Mr. Commentary channel involved videos where he played a video and applied interjections from his own point of view. That is a commentary in that sense. I mean, it may not have been a good commentary, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know what it is.
And your rant videos aren't any better. All you did was make yourself look like a complete fanboy.
And all you did in this video was make yourself look like another subpar commentator who is so desperate for material to the point of needing to dredge up old outdated topics from almost a year ago, regardless of whether or not anything's changed in that time.
which pretty much is pretty much what you are. And on a side note, I'm also wondering if you're also the same guy with the username VHL, because the voice sounds similar, but I heard that's a troll, and this guy actually seems to be serious. I really don't know. All I know is that the videos are bad.
And that's pretty fitting, considering that you didn't know that, as I've said already, Lyrics You just stopped the whole white knighting thing.
Ages ago.
So, there's not much I could say on this guy, except, though I do plan on talking about some of his other videos, well, at least his PS1 video.
Yeah, and if this video was anything to go by, that later video you're promising here will be perfect for commentators. Hey, Realm Wars, Hobbs, Mr. Sir Raven, TOG, feel like having some fresh meat tonight? Wow, that did not come out right.
Anyway, this is MacBoy796 signing out.